Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, used to live a happy life with his 4 wives. But as we've seen throughout the years, the Brown family has consistently had financial difficulties. And, in keeping with his usual strategy, Kody placed the responsibility elsewhere. In the most recent case, Kody publicly accused one of his wives of being financially responsible for the Brown family's situation. With 18 children, Kody was certain to run into financial difficulties. But rather than accept responsibility, Kody found it simpler to place the blame elsewhere. In 2018, the family relocated to Arizona, which proved to be a very costly relocation. The land at Coyote Pass was purchased for $820,000 as part of it. It was recently divided into 4 equal halves by Robyn, Kody, Meri, and Janelle. The family managed several unsuccessful businesses, covered significant medical costs, and balanced hefty mortgage payments that continued to mount. Kody now blamed his second wife, who supposedly managed the family's finances, for everything. Janelle, one of the sister wives, says she was never in charge of the family's finances. Janelle disclosed in the most recent tell-all that she never handled the Brown family's finances. Although Kody was in total control, he enjoyed placing the blame on her. She went on to say that Kody knows just where to strike his women in order to cause them the greatest pain. He automatically told everyone that she was the family's financial leader, even if this was untrue. Janelle also explained that Kody did the same with Christine. He informed her that he knew it would break her and that he wasn't physically attracted to her. In order to harm others, he consistently lied and fabricated stories. Furthermore, Christine concurred with Janelle and supported her claims that Kody intentionally lied to harm his ex-wives. Sister wives. Janelle is held accountable by Kody for any financial problems. Prior to the commencement of the episode, Kody and the Brown family as a whole were struggling financially. According to his daughter Maddie, Kody used to make a good living, but there were 15 children at the time, so the money never seemed to be enough. Her family always struggled financially when she was growing up, but things improved following the performance. We witnessed Kody and his family's financial difficulties even after the show started, with the father candidly acknowledging that he lacked sufficient income. After his divorce with Christine, this was the primary reason he refused to pay child support. Surprisingly, though, he was always able to cover his and his wife Robyn's extravagant expenses. Their home, automobile, and collection of dolls cost millions of dollars. In the most recent instance, Kody held Janelle responsible for the family's financial difficulties. Following 29 years of marriage, Kody and Janelle split up in 2022. Kody disclosed that because Janelle was in charge of the family's bookkeeping, she was accountable for any financial problems the family may have had. Janelle noted, though, that she didn't serve as a provider, she just handled the accounting. The financial status of Kody and his family has now considerably improved. In a highly profitable transaction, they sold the Coyote Pass property and split the proceeds evenly among 4 parties. Kody wasn't pleased about splitting the profit with his ex-wives, though. For additional developments, keep checking TV season and spoilers. Kody Brown did not share Meri's desire for a spiritual divorce. Meri requested an official separation, known as a release, from their church in late 2022, despite Janelle and Christine's belief that they did not need to divorce Kody because their marriage was never legally valid. She clarified during the September 22nd episode that it was through our church when each of us 4 ladies married Kody. Obviously, we can't all be legally married, but it was what we called a covenant. So I feel like it's best to terminate that because we're not moving forward with any marriage, and I don't want to be, sealed to him for eternity if he doesn't want me. And I'm at a place that, let's just separate this completely. She went on to add that Kody was opposed to the idea because he didn't want to acknowledge the authority of church leaders. The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what, Kody stated, referring to his position. And so, however, we are made accountable to God. I don't want to be accountable to this church and all their BS. So I'm going to let Meri go and do her thing because if I'm angry at her, it becomes a fight. And I needed her just to go away, because it just took forever for her to finally realize it's been done and over for years. Many of Kody Brown's children do not communicate with each other. For the 18 Brown children, a text message dispute about a 2021 holiday gift exchange turned particularly acrimonious. It all went bad. Everything went south, Christine explained. Kody and Robyn and their kids were on one side, and they wanted nothing to do with Janelle, me, our kids. And there was a split that happened after this text thread. Robyn stated that her 3 older children found the chat emotionally unsafe and encouraged them to withdraw themselves from the relationship. But it was never anything about, "We don't want to see you again. We don't want anything to do with you," she told me. It was just about, like, "Hey, this got yucky." Gabriel hopes they can find each other again. In the episode that aired on October 13th, he told viewers, "The thing I want most is to just have a relationship with Robyn's children again." In middle school, Aurora was my favorite person to hang out with. And in high school, I would always try to hit Dayton up. But I'm not hopeful for a relationship with Dad and Robyn. Robyn Brown's children never felt included in the family. When Aurora's mother married Kody in 2010, she insisted on joining the family, saying, "I've been told directly, multiple circumstances by multiple different people, that I was not accepted, that I wasn't their sister, and that they didn't think or perceive me that way." Brianna, her sister, also stated that her parents could have done a better job with, connecting us as a family, and it never really happened. Christine, on the other hand, isn't sure how they prolonged their embrace. She made sure Robyn and Robyn's children were invited to everything. "I would just say, just come into the house anytime you want." She also stated that Michael T. Brown Padron lived with Robyn's children for a period and that her daughter Isabel Brown was very close to them. "There were hard times and my kids were frustrated, but they always considered Robyn's kids their siblings, just the same." Kody Brown would not remarry, but Janelle Brown would. Lashing out at the freedoms she enjoyed through multiple marriages. When it's functioning correctly, you have this amazing family unit that you're part of, a community that you're plugged into. You have a husband and you have a great relationship with him, and you have everything, right? And then I have all my independence. So, to me, plural marriage really was a really great arrangement. However, Kody would never again say "I do" to polygamy. "Polygamy kills emotional intimacy," he stated in the episode that aired on December 1st. "It makes everybody defensive, and I really want an emotionally vulnerable, intimate relationship with a woman, and you're not going to get that in polygamy." Years ago, Kody Brown started to distance himself from Janelle Brown. According to Janelle, when the family relocated to Arizona from Las Vegas in 2018, Kody found it increasingly difficult to divide his love. On the September 29th show, she stated, "Kody found it a lot easier to be away when he moved to Flagstaff." She also revealed that he would try to grovel because he was exhausted, saying, "I'm really tired." I'm like, "Well, you can rest at my house just as much as you can rest at Robyn's house." A couple of times I had to remind him that he needed to come to my house. The children of Janelle Brown and Christine Brown Woolley did not appreciate their visit to Robyn Brown's home. Christine's children, on the other hand, saw that Robyn and their dad were a couple and he wasn't in our home. Janelle highlighted her brood's separation from Robyn, adding, "My children were scolded if they opened Robyn's fridge." Robyn explained that her crew was aware of the division. On the show on September 29th, she said, "Mary was very accepting of my kids and I overall, but the rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I. All we wanted to do was be a part of this family." Gabriel would argue that he and his siblings made a concerted effort to include them. During the October 13th show, he commented, "I think that Robyn definitely has a victim complex. I mean, to put it bluntly. And I don't necessarily blame her for that. I think that different people do, devise different strategies to keep themselves afloat." He went on, "If she actually believes that we were mistreating her or her children in any way when she was constantly getting favorited by Dad, and we were always working on our relationship with her kids, if she actually believes that, then there's no chance of me having a relationship with Robyn ever again." Janelle Brown questioned Robyn and Kody Brown's parenting techniques. In the September 29th episode, Kody discussed how his and Robyn's youngest child, Ariella, who was born in January 2016, clung to his leg as he attempted to leave, indicating how their father's move between 4 different houses affected his 18 children. I had to explain to her, there's another wife that needs me, another mommy. I got other kids that need to see me, Kody told me. And she's just dragging along on my legs screaming, don't leave me, Daddy, don't leave me. And I'm like, golly man, this is hard. Janelle insisted, unfortunately, that's just a reality of plural marriage. From the very beginning, she claimed, the kids knew that their dad was not going to always be there. I always felt like that Kody and Robyn mismanaged the situation with her children. He couldn't be away for more than 3 or 4 days because Ari just gets so sad, or whatever. I'm like, I feel like that was poor parenting. Through all history of the family, the other kids did it, and they're fine. They're well-adjusted adults. Robyn Brown and Michael T. Padrone shared a strong relationship. During Kody's divorces, Michael T., a mother of 3, and one of the few Brown children still close to Robyn and Kody, along with Christine and Janelle, served as a peacekeeper. Robyn has been close to Michael T. since she joined the Brown family, and she was even invited to attend the birth of her twins, Archer and Ace, in November 2022. I was trying to figure out who I was when Robyn first joined the family, and she made me feel special and seen, Michael T. explained in the September 29th episode. Robyn was there for me when I needed somebody. She was there for me when I needed somebody to hear me, to love me. Her mother, Christine, was also pleased. Christine commented on the October 6th episode, it was everything that I hoped for when Robyn entered the family, and it was clear that she and Michael T. had a great relationship. When I was so excited about having a plural family, I was hoping that my kids would have a great relationship with other moms. Kody Brown allegedly brainwashed one of his kids. Kody believes he was removed from their lives by more than just his wives. In the October 6th episodes, he explained his distancing from some of his older children, saying, they're purposely leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I didn't commit. I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers. Furthermore, he believes his ex-spouses bear some of the responsibility. This disparity in relationship with my children is specifically in my mind because of ST talk, explained the father. There's this whirlwind of disappointment from the family breaking up or whatever, and it's like, well, blame Dad. Dad screwed up. Although he shares some culpability, he finds the name-calling offensive. Kody revealed that one of his children responded to a text message saying, you are a piece of trash. I would never speak to you again anyway. He also stated that he was having difficulty connecting with Hunter, Maddie, and Gabriel. I've had one of my kids just say, you're an a-hole. I'm never talking to you again. You manipulated me and brainwashed me, he told cameras in another incident. And he refuses to cope with that venom. He remarked, I'm not going to reach out forever, and that he believes his adult children should do more to put things right. I'm willing to make the effort, but somebody else is going to have to be on the other end of that and make some effort too. As a parent, Robyn Brown struggled to appreciate Kody Brown. Robyn found it terribly distressing to observe Kody's estrangement from his adult children. In the program on October 6th, she stated, my parents got divorced when I was little. He lived with one wife in another city, and then my mom lived alone. I remember confronting my biological father saying, what happened? Why? All he really did was just make a bunch of lame excuses as to why he wasn't there for me when I was young, and it just sucked. No, she was not going to let Kody's hurt feelings keep him from trying. During their intense on-camera clash in late 2022, she stated, I'm having a hard time not feeling like losing respect for you a little bit. Kody also agreed that he could improve his relationship with his children, but he insisted on first healing his heart. Alleging that certain of his children are colluding against me, he stated, I'm so angry about what has happened that if I talk to my kids, I'm worried that they'll trigger me with an accusation. I'm too hot-headed right now. All I'll do is more damage. Kody Brown did not see his grandchildren for years. When Janelle and Kody's oldest son Logan married his now-wife Michelle Petty in October 2022, a significant chunk of the family attended, but they didn't feel the love. In the October 6th episode, Kody bemoaned to Robyn, You saw Madison take her kids and scuttle them away from me, pointing out that his daughter had not informed him that she was pregnant with her third child, Josephine, who would be born in February 2023. She never told me she was pregnant. Maddie rarely tells her father anything, because they don't chat much. Really, Maddie doesn't have any contact with him, Janelle said when asked why her daughter avoided Kody during the wedding. She is very protective of her children. Kody has not been there since Evie was born, and Evie's 3.5. And she didn't want him to just drop in and be like, "Oh, I'm your grandpa," and then be like, "What? Who is this guy? What does Kody think?" In relation to Maddie's life in North Carolina, he added, "It's an unrealistic expectation for grandparents to be in their grandchildren's lives all the time, especially if you move your children to an entirely different coast. In Flagstaff, I have a work and a life." Kody Brown asked for an apology from his children to Robyn Brown. One reoccurring issue is Kody's insistence on a mea culpa, despite the fact that he and his adult children clearly have opposing views on their continuing separation.